23, Zach Steinberg. And number 7, Donovan Iwolu. The head coach for North Carolina FC is Colin Clark. And now direct your attention to the video board is our own Dean Lincoln presents you with today's Ironfield sideline report.
Report and so pleased to be back home right here at Richmond Soccer Park as we get you set for North Carolina FC and Richmond. For North Carolina FC, Daniel Rios finally returned to practice yesterday. He may not start, so look for Donovan Iwolu to continue to explode. How about the not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals he scored against Atlanta? Also expected to be in the lineup for North Carolina FC, the human highlight reel, T. Cipollani. He's sitting on 34 career goals for the club, and he'll be going against North Carolina FC's all-time leading goal scorer, Brian Schreiber, who has 7 goals and 7 assists for Richmond. Should be a great matchup. Finally, I can't leave without one more massive shout-out for the amazing North Carolina Courage. Are you kidding me? 3 titles, including the NWSL Championship. Congratulations to the North Carolina Courage. All right, let's get going. It's North Carolina FC, and it's Richmond. North Carolina FC looking for 3. I want to hear you.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. Flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Oh, I know when we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting too close.
And now it's go time, NCFC fans. The North Carolina Football Club presents North Carolina FC versus the Richmond Kickers, presented by Coastal Credit Union.
Welcome to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, home to the USL's North Carolina FC, who welcome in the Richmond Kickers, and North Carolina FC at 11-11-8 with 4 games remaining. They need 3 points tonight to continue on their playoff run. Let's not just talk about it, let me show you. As we take a look at the USL standings, the top 8 get in the playoffs. North Carolina FC at 41. If they get 3, they'd be tied with Ottawa Fury FC, who has a couple games in hand as well. North Carolina FC, it's going to feel like a playoff game here tonight. And hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, along with my national champion from Maryland and my MLS Cup champion from Columbus, talking about my main man, Jason Gary. Jason, you saw the standings. That's the story.
That's it. And when you play in the pros, you look for these games. This is basically a playoff game for North Carolina FC. 2 games at home, the next 2 on the road. They've got to get maximum points out of these games.
All right, we saw Daniel Rios warming up. He's finally back, but he's not going to start. The man who will start, Donovan Iwolo. And how about him? He scored 4 goals against Atlanta.
He sure did. What a great performance he put in against Atlanta. But Iwolo, when a center forward gets that good feel and he starts scoring some goals, he usually pretends that he's going to have some more goals in him. So we'll look to him to put the ball in the back of the net tonight.
As always, we'll look to the human highlight reel as well. Always get pumped up when T. Shipolani's in the starting lineup.
We're going to see lots of step-overs, and it was a great signing bringing him back halfway through this season. He's been a key man, just getting the offense going a little bit for North Carolina FC.
So he's got 34 career goals for North Carolina FC, the all-time leader for North Carolina FC / Carolina Railhawks. This man, Brian Schreiber, with 35.
My man, Brian Schreiber, knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. All-time leading goal scorer for this club. He's going to look to get one tonight for his new club.
Yeah, he's got 7 goals and 7 assists for Richmond, so he has been outstanding. Also for North Carolina FC, Connor Tobin, the captain, back in the starting lineup at center back. Who knows? He may need to take care of Brian Schreiber. All right, we'll have the lineups and the kickoff. North Carolina FC and Richmond coming to you next.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents said, like, how are we going to afford this? We're going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back. I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, as we get you set for North Carolina FC and the Richmond Kickers here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. And Jason, let's go to work and show you the starting lineups in this one. First for the home team, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, we see that partnership up top with Donovan Iwolo. Has been in great form lately, scoring goals. Zach Steinberger also scoring goals and getting assists. It's going to be key to put a lot of pressure on this Richmond team that's been struggling as of late.
That's the starting lineup for North Carolina FC. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Richmond Kickers. We already talked about Brian Schreiber. In goal, it's Trevor Spangenberg.
Yeah, Spangenberg is an experienced keeper. I think he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight if North Carolina FC come out with that intensity that they're known for in that high press. But you always got to watch number 21 there, Brian Schreiber, capable of scoring goals in bunches.
All right, we came on the air. We showed you the standings of the USL. So it's pretty simple, right? I mean, you've got to get 3 points at home. There's 4 games remaining. This one, another one at home, and 2 on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Just unacceptable. You have to get 3 points at home. See that man, Alex Tambakis, he's going to do his best tonight to keep a clean sheet. But I look for North Carolina FC, Dean, to come out with some fire, some pressure, be really aggressive from the opening kickoff here. See if they can get an early goal and demoralized Richmond a little bit. It's had a tough season so far.
Good to see Graham Smith. Last night I did the NC State Louisville game, and USF is coached by George Kiefer. He coached Graham Smith at USF. Same kind of player there. A guy who had to be in the starting lineup, a guy who did the work.
Yeah, for me, he's been the biggest revelation of this season for North Carolina FC. Graham Smith has locked down a starting spot from the beginning of the season.
All right, we're underway. North Carolina FC in their familiar home uniforms. The Richmond Kickers in their white uniforms. A rivalry renewed again this year with North Carolina FC returning to the USL. And this is the third and final meeting of the 2018 season. The record in all-time meetings level at 3-3-0.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Let's see it here tonight. Only 2 hours separates these two cities. Gotta love these little regional rivalries getting sprung up here now in the USL. It's good stuff.
Absolutely. There's Coach Bulow. So he played for the Richmond Kickers back when I was doing Fox Soccer work, and they won a couple USL 2 championships, and he hit a couple penalty kicks, and he's part of the family. He takes over for Lee Collishaw, who has been a legend at Richmond. He stepped down this year, and David Bulow steps in there. He's from Denver, went to college at a D3 school in Maine, but ended up in Richmond and has stayed there like a lot of people do.
Absolutely. He's made it happen within that organization, and a bit of a rebuilding year this year. He's got to figure out how to put some results together here. Young coach, though, he's getting some experience, good experience.
Richmond already announced that they're going to drop down a level next year, and Coach Bulow saying that he was a little disappointed by it, but he understands it based on the resources available. Connor Tobin, as we showed you, back in there. And here's the Cameroonian Iwolo. And boy, you remember games like that. At least I think you do. Did you ever score 4 in a game like he did at that level? Yeah, oh my God, a little blink there. Of course he did. I mean, that is electric kind of night, though.
Yeah, just you get the feeling everything's going your way. The ball's bouncing to you. You're sharp. You're finishing. Sometimes you're a little bit fortunate as well, but all forwards go through those different phases where everything they touch goes in the back of the net. They'll also go to the other side to where they can't buy a goal. So Coach Colin Clark, an old school center forward, he knows exactly what I'm talking about there.
Sitting next to Dewan Bader. He was front and center last night. It was alumni night for North Carolina State. The big question was we were all looking for Kurt Johnson down on the field in that one, the president general manager for North Carolina FC. Dario Bros was down there. They had a lot of big timers, but I gave Dewan Bader a little extra airtime as always. Throw in for Richmond. All right, so another key situation. We know Daniel Rios is available. Stephen Miller also has been bothered by a little bit of a calf injury. He is available to play, but if North Carolina FC can take care of business early, get a lead, they can keep him off the field, get that calf a little stronger for this stretch run.
Yeah, get some rest. A whole week after this game, but they've got to take care of business here tonight. Get 3 points against this Richmond squad.
Looked like that one was out of bounds, but referee says no, but good stuff for Becker. Look at that. Oh, boy, I like the idea of that ball.
Yeah, just not quite on the same page there with Iwolo. Iwolo didn't read that pass coming in from Becker, but Kyle Becker, Zach Steinberger, those two got so much ability. It's trouble here.
Becker back on it again. Austin DeLuze going to make an overlapping run. DeLuze, oh, DeLuze took a player. Oh, and he saved it. Spangenberg got his hand on it. DeLuze took a player with him, gave space to Becker, and so close to 1-0.
Absolutely. This is a heck of a save from Spangenberg, but here it is, Kyle Becker. Watch this run from Austin DeLuze coming in, takes a defender. Both defenders go, opens up that far post, and what a save from Spangenberg. Kyle Becker looking for the upper 90.
Wow, Spangenberg, first big play of the evening, as Becker thought he was able to get one by Trevor Spangenberg, who spent some time with Puerto Rico FC. And there's Becker, a little tap for Spangenberg.
Yeah, the referees made him switch sides of the field for the corner kick. He's not happy about it. But I think when Becker hit that, the way it shaped up, the way his body was, he thought he put that thing in the back of the net, and Spangenberg got a tip on it, push it over the crossbar. Big time save from the goalkeeper.
So now here's Becker. Corner kick, North Carolina FC. One bounce loose, but right to Spangenberg. What a save for Richmond right there.
Yeah, it's a heck of a save. The ball's out of bounds.
That last corner kick, of course, brought to you by the North Carolina Education Lottery. Carolina Keno gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play Carolina Keno. 6 minutes in, no score. North Carolina FC and the Richmond Kickers. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. Delighted to be with you on WRAL2 and ESPN+. This portion of the game brought to you as well by Capital Broadcasting Company. Nice night, Jason, Gary, for a little pro soccer USL style.
Oh, this is good stuff. It's cooled off a little bit as well. Can't ask for better weather.
Taylor trying to find Shipolani, taken away by Richmond. Knocked back, and Tambakis will give it now to Guillen. Guillen has been a bright spot for North Carolina FC.
He sure has, either playing that left back role, which he's played a lot of. He's a natural center back, but has stepped in and done a tremendous job at left back, so much so that coaching staff can't take him off the field. But a bright start too, Dean, for North Carolina FC. That chance from Becker, a little bit of sustained pressure. Thought coming into this game they'd have to start bright, have to be aggressive, not to allow Richmond to hang around in this game. They've done a good job so far.
Come back to the super athletic Wilito Fernandez, and it's actually been Fernandez and Guillen who have been doing a pretty good job at center back while the captain Connor Tobin was out with an injury. That might be the biggest thing about Stephen Miller being out, in fact, is those two were looking pretty good. I mean, you look at that Charleston game, and you got to remember that Steinberger had a penalty kick a little bit too cheeky. He had one as well that I think went off the post. It could have been 1-0 North Carolina FC, and it changes the dynamic of that game.
Yeah, it sure does. All the coaches will tell you that goals change games, and when you get them, everything goes well. When you don't, frustration. The good signs here, DJ Taylor finally getting on the right-hand side.
And here is Steinberger. T. Shipolani. 34 career goals as part of the North Carolina FC program, sitting one behind Brian Shriver all time. Guillen. Becker, Guillen making a run. Donovan Iwolo is also there. Richmond, a tricky team. I mean, Richmond, if you go back and watch them against FC Cincinnati, the class of the league, David Bulow's team, there were times for about 35 minutes, and Coach also said this, that they were actually playing better than FC Cincinnati. Then a momentary lapse and a big mistake, and then they hang their heads and they're in trouble.
Absolutely, but that's what happens when you play really high-quality teams like Cincinnati. They're going to punish you for those mistakes. Might have been having a bit of an off night, but on the back of the net, it changes things. It's better there from Iwolo. He's got to be able to hold the ball up, playing that center forward role.
Steinberger's got Becker. Becker's got Smith behind him. Graham Smith. DeLuze calling for it. It's DeLuze and Smith at holding mid. DeLuze has gone wherever Colin Clark has asked him to go this year. Here's Taylor. Taylor back across and gobbled up there by Trevor Spangenberg. Spangenberg played collegiately at Missouri State University and did, in fact, spend some time with Puerto Rico FC. That back line, Milan Roberts from Sierra Leone, some time with FC Edmonton. And how about Mikael Williams, Trinidad and Tobago? He played a little bit with the Colorado Rapids in Major League Soccer.
Yep, a lot of guys that have bounced around a bit, but certainly plenty of ability and potential on the field for this Richmond team. Early on, you can kind of see their formation, really a 4-5-1, sitting in, trying to absorb some pressure from North Carolina FC. Right now, North Carolina FC has been great in possession.
Cipollani, pretty good ball. Steinberger first. DeLuz just a little late. Becker will square it. DeLuz now, nice move. Back in again. Steinberger, DeLuz left foot. Denied there by Richmond.
What a great little passage there between those two players. Good recovery. That's a step on. He stepped him. Bit of a stomp, I think.
Nevio Cordovez from Cuba did a nutmeg first, and then you think there was a stomp there, huh?
You have to see it on the replay, but we'll see it here. It goes for the meg here, I believe. And it works out. I'm not sure he's really meaning it, but watch this. Watch this right here. A little bit of a, I'm not sure if it got his hand or it's an awkward play. Let's see here. Goes to the legs. Commitment from DeLuz. I think he stepped on his hand on accident, so take it back. Mr. Cordovez, nothing on purpose there, but I think Austin DeLuz got his hand stepped on. I think he's going to be okay, but that one hurts a little bit.
Fans pay extra attention to all NCSC free kicks tonight.
You see a good sportsmanship there. Cordovez coming over, said, sorry, man, didn't mean to. Got to put his foot down somewhere and ended up being on top of Austin DeLuz's hand.
So Austin DeLuz had himself a real good year. Nevio Cordovez is from Cuba. Good fair play right there.
I wonder, Austin DeLuz is so active on Twitter. I wonder if that's going to affect his Twitter game. Ask him after the game and ice that thing down.
He could always just use that left foot, right? I'm sure that
probably
he could dial it up.
Got some accuracy there.
Ian over to Taylor. Got Cipollani on the right, and he'll use him. T. Cipollani, 12 minutes in, no score. Best opportunity coming from Becker. A brilliant save from Trevor Spangenberg, able to fingertip it over the crossbar. DeLuz looks to be okay. That's going to hurt just a little bit, but he's going to play through it. It's that part of the season where you got to do it, right? I mean, guys are nicked up. Jason Gary, they're banged up. Long season, 34 games. That's a lot of games.
Absolutely. You just got to make it happen now at this stage of the season. It's what you play for. Opportunity to get in the playoffs, try to win a championship.
This one mishit. So, Jason, early on, and I know you're the expert, but one of my observations is I do feel like Richmond could be vulnerable in the back. I mean, I feel like when they're playing it into space, there's opportunity. If we've got some speed up front, they can run it down.
And we have speed with Iwolo up there, and Steinberger and T. Cipollani. That's better. He's offside, though, I think. No.
Oh, my. Oh, there it is. Okay. T. Cipollani, the flag is up.
Yeah, he was a step or two offside from our vantage point up here, but I like the idea. Try to get in behind the back line of Richmond, make them turn around, chase the ball towards their own goal. They're playing a fairly high line. North Carolina FC known as a possession team, but the ball behind there, let them run.
Kevin Broadley is your referee. On the lines, Benjamin Wooten and Jordan Davis. Jeremy Smith is your fourth official. North Carolina FC would like to thank Continental Tire as well as the official hotel partner of the North Carolina Football Club, Summit Hospitality, for bringing you tonight's broadcast on WRAL2.
Frustration there from kicking the signboard. That's never a good idea.
Becker was open. He wanted one dropped into space. Boy, it's a high line at times for the kickers.
It is. I agree, Dean. I think the space is in behind them. But to do that, you got to move the ball quickly around the back and through the midfield. It's a little bit better here from North Carolina FC. Good run from Steinberger.
Gian looking for Iwolo. Good shield back line there by Mikael Williams. Trinidad and Tobago, Colorado Rapids. There's Donovan Iwolo. Told you about those 4 goals he scored against Atlanta. 3 early and then 1 with a little cherry on top late in that one. 15 minutes in, still no score. Now, Jason Gary, I know you saw the news on Tuesday, an historic day for soccer in North America as the United Soccer League unveiled a new brand identity and streamlined structure that will see the USL Championship, USL League One, and USL League Two become a prominent part of the North American soccer landscape next season already. You can find out more about the USL's evolution by visiting uslsoccer.com, but very European of USL.
Yeah, and some of the comments, most soccer fans in this country are familiar with the English system, with the promotion and relegation. That's not happening now, but could potentially happen down the road. But having those divisions, you can have teams at different levels with different budgets competing on the same playing field. It's good stuff from the USL.
Becker to Deleuze, now Smith. North Carolina FC looks like they're trying to crack the code here of the Richmond Kickers. And you kind of feel like they've got a few tallies ready to rock and roll here. And Becker's knocked to the ground. A foul called there on Oscar Umar, who is from Ghana, played a little bit at Villanova.
An opportunity here for a set piece. We'll see it. Ball gets played into Becker here. Just late. No reason to do it. It was a poor pass from Becker in the end. He gets bailed out a little bit by the referee. Just kind of a silly foul there from Richmond. This is a good spot for a free kick. Got a lot of options here. See how high Richmond keeps their line. There's a lot of space there between the back line of the Richmond Kickers and Spangenberg. You're kind of aiming towards that penalty spot. Get runners across the face of the goalkeeper, make it difficult.
Becker's going to leave it for Guillen. Guillen. Not able to find a blue jersey.
I'm not sure what that was, Dean. There was only one or two runners in the box there for that cross from Guillen.
Got to remember, North Carolina FC, with the win, would hold up to 7th place, and Richmond, number 15 out of 16 teams. So I think I'd be kind of like, we talked about it the other day, like a T-bone, right? Like getting ready to gnaw at it. I'd like to see North Carolina FC a little more aggression here.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to do that. They're going to need to raise the level, because the longer this game goes on, the more confidence Richmond will have. See them here with their first little bit of possession. It's a good ball there.
Yeah, good ball switch to the right side. The right back making a run. Brandon Eaton, one of a couple players that played at VCU that now play for Richmond. Of course, VCU located in Richmond. Becker's going to use Walito Fernandez. Let's see how they build it out of the back. Again, that high line right at midfield. You wonder if they're going to start popping it long off the shoulder for Iwolo or Steinberger or Becker or Shipolani.
Yeah, I think they need to at least try it. There
it is. Deleuze, there's the ball. You got to like it. You saw it coming. Here's T. Shipolani. Shipolani, can we see a step over? No, he's going to drop it back. DJ Taylor. Taylor into the 18, now back to Shipolani. Shipolani steps back again. Here we go, folks. Down, no step over, and he will lose it.
Yeah, it's a tough one there. The defender did a really good job. It's a left back. I think that was Austin Yearwood over there. Just stood T. Shipolani up, forced him to go to that right foot and just shielded the ball out of bounds here. Everyone in the stadium's ready for T. Shipolani to do it. No step over, just a little touch pass, try to use the speed, but good coverage there from Yearwood. Good defending by the left back. You're right, Dean, that whole attack started that long ball over the top. Richmond's going to play a high line. They're going to have to continue to do that.
You start to look around Wake Met Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, and we got a nice little crowd here tonight. And you feel like everything around soccer in the Triangle is trending way up. Of course, North Carolina Courage, best team in the world, winning the NWSL championship, and you kind of feel like the environment is feeding off of that. The local teams in college soccer are good. The youth system, biggest in North America, is pretty powerful. Jason, it's good times.
Absolutely. Great time to be involved in soccer in the Triangle. I'd love to see this North Carolina FC team make a run in the playoffs as well. Just go a long way, keeping that momentum going.
Everybody loves a winner. And a foul there on North Carolina FC. And kind of a silly one there by Juanito Fernandez. And that's been one of the issues, right? Super athletic, but sometimes some fouls at inopportune times.
Yeah, just a little aggressive here from Fernandez. There's no reason to foul here. The player's facing away from the goal. He stepped on him there, a little shove in the back. It's going to be a foul every single time.
Yep, indeed.
But for Richmond here, that's what you're setting up for. Brian Shriver, captain there, sitting over the ball. Can whip this ball in with his right foot and make it difficult for Alex Tambakis and company.
Shriver's had a good year, 7 goals and 7 assists. He's over the ball now with that right foot. Richmond's going to have another chance to get it inside the 18. This time, Juanito Fernandez. '21st minute. And still no score. The USL's new brands build on the identity it has established since the start of the 2015 season and streamlines the league structure to bring all 3 of the organization's senior divisions under one banner with their own unique styling. Talked about it earlier. Super exciting news for the USL. 0-0 North Carolina FC and Richmond. Halfway through the first half, Jason Gary, you're the expert. Your thoughts first on the home team.
Yeah, I think North Carolina FC, they've been okay. Created a decent chance there for Kyle Becker, but for me, the intensity level and moving the ball more quickly, a little bit more direct for me. We talked, like we discussed, Dean, the ball over the top. I think they've got to be more aggressive here to break down this Richmond team. You're starting to build a little bit in confidence, as you can tell here 21 minutes into this game. Now they're starting to keep some possession. I would look for North Carolina FC to put that high press in place fairly soon.
Meanwhile, if you're Richmond, you got to feel like, hey, there's no pressure at all, right?
Of course, they're not in the playoff, picture right now. Coming in here, away game, a few games left in their season, trying to make a good impression on the coaching staff. Nothing to lose, really, Dean. The longer it stays around and it's 0-0, the more they'll build in confidence and think, hey, we can get 3 points here.
Offside call on Richmond. Tambakis. Colin Clark looking on. Here's going to be the key. Let's see who wins these second balls. Pretty good flick there from Iwolo. Looking for Steinberger. Middle of the park. Referee gets in the way. Graham Smith is there. Smith now looking for options. He'll go to Tobin first. He's got Guillen spread out one side. And now they'll think about going the right side with Juanito Fernandez. T. Shipalani. Shipalani now on it. Shipalani mishit that one, and it has not been a human highlight reel type game yet for T. Shipalani.
Yeah, you're right, not yet. Just a few bad touches, some errant passes from T. Shipalani, but he'll put it together here. Confidence that he's going to find his impact on this game at some point. A little questionable there from Richmond, trying to play the ball in the back.
Donovan Iwolo puts enough pressure on Spangenberg to earn a throw-in right about midfield for North Carolina FC. Guillen. Becker. Another turnover for North Carolina FC, but Zach Steinberger will get it right back. Donovan Iwolo also tracking back. Smith has Becker. Becker, there's one player behind him. He knows he's there. Now it's Guillen. Guillen with Becker, good ball. Becker's got Steinberger, didn't see him. Checks it back, here's Smith. Smith will leave it for DeLuz. Now DeLuz gonna switch it here. Taylor, he's got Shipalani to the right, Smith to his left. T. Shipalani, 25 minutes in, no score. North Carolina FC in Richmond. Guillen, good little cutback. Nice tackle by Richmond to win it back. Brandon Eaton from VCU. And Cordovez, he took a couple players and they play it too long, out of bounds.
Yeah.
Richmond, they got a game plan here. They are looking to perhaps pounce if North Carolina FC turns it over.
Yeah, they're packed in defensively, but looking to break out and counterattack. Just when they have countered, the poor balls out of the back on the counter for Richmond here. That's better. Why not, Walito? Look at that.
Yeah, Cipollani. Bad bounce for Cipollani.
Yeah.
That's the only difference between him having it and Richmond having it.
Yeah, it didn't work out that time, but I think you're right, Dean. The
That's
high
where the
line
game
for
is.
Richmond it is. You have to get that ball over the top. Richmond hasn't shown any particular ability to put possession together either. So
look at that tackle from Deleuze. So clean. Deleuze staying with it. Austin Deleuze.
Becker.
Deleuze with his right foot. Corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
That's better there. The pressure quickly going into the attack. Austin Deleuze, I think that if that's on his left foot, Kyle Becker scores a goal here on the back post. But great individual effort from Austin Deleuze here. With that right foot across, just didn't get enough air on it to find one of those runners on the back post.
Walito Fernandez coming forward. I have no idea where his legs were going there.
That's the flying side volley, Dean. You ever seen that one?
I've seen it with a purpose. That one, I'm not so sure.
That is Walito Fernandez flinging himself at the ball. Watch this. It's a pretty quick corner kick here. Opportunity. Cipollani puts in a pretty good ball. Watch Walito Fernandez. He's trying the flying side volley, man. I'm telling you. No contact with it, though.
Boy, speaking of that, the way he really wasn't looking at it, how about that goal that Zlatan scored for number 500?
That's ridiculous.
And I know you were big time, but
I could never do that. I could never do that.
That was
outrageous. Just the audacity to attempt it.
27 minutes in.
Yeah, that was special.
How about his celebration, too? Just like, yeah, no big deal. I do that every day. I wake up for breakfast doing that. Deleuze having himself a big game. Yeah, he turned it over right back, though. Richmond, slotted ball. Cordovez, denied there by Tobin. Richmond again. The kickers have come to play here, folks, trying to be spoilers. Back across, off the head of Taylor. Corner kick, Richmond.
Yeah, great spot, though, by DJ Taylor on the back post. He didn't fall asleep during that attack, was able to get a header on that thing to put it out of the danger area because the player was crashing on the back post there for Richmond. This is what they're playing for, Dean. Free kicks, restarts, good opportunity.
Brian Shriver wearing that captain's armband. That man scored some big goals for North Carolina FC / Carolina Railhawks, 35.
This is always very difficult for a goalkeeper.
Right foot, and Tambakis falling back has it.
No problem for Tambakis, though. You have so many players crowded around him. Also some nervy moments here. See if North Carolina FC can break out a little bit quicker here.
DJ Taylor. Taylor.
Yeah, got nicked. Driver can't believe it. You can see it here. DJ Taylor, good first touch. See if Brian Shriver makes some contact here with the right back. Yeah, I think he stepped on his heel there. Yep, a little clip.
Guillen. Deleuze will drop one on a dime to Guillen. Guillen now. Good ball here. Steinberger. Guillen's going to make a run inside the 6 there. Deflected and cleared by Richmond. This ball is going to be important. Tobin gets spun. Got a little jersey and a foul on Tobin.
Yeah, he got a little jersey, but he didn't need to because the center back partner there, Walito Fernandez, was covering for him.
Did you ever go just straight stash like Tobin and Neil Lavity for the Richmond Kickers.
Can't pull that off.
Richmond far side, minute 30. Good little ball, good little touch. Pinging around, there's a sitter and a hammer. Richmond has come to play. They look dangerous, and the Prince Agimang, has made it 1-0 Richmond.
Exactly what we were talking about, Dean. They're waiting for this. What a run here on the outside. I think this is Yearwood again. Austin Yearwood has had a great game. Just keeps going. A little bit fortunate here. He picks that ball back, and it's just a deflection. But Ayimang, no doubt about the finish. A sitter, you're right, from the PK spot, and he punishes North Carolina FC.
Before he hit it, I called it a sitter, and he smoked it, and it's 1-0, and here comes the Richmond Kickers. No pressure, ready to be a spoiler. Big rivalry, deadlock. They've each won 3 games in their matchups, and they lead at 1-0. So that should wake up North Carolina FC.
You would think so. You would hope so. But again, just a great individual effort from Austin Yearwood, left back, to get down the left-hand side and make something happen.
Iwolo. So we got plenty of time left, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you who is available on the bench, as Marios Lomos, Daniel Rios, and Steve Miller. So Rios and Lomas available. And of course, Stephen Miller, we talked to him quite a bit before the game, and if they need him, he said he'll be ready. Deleuze, good ball to Shipolani. Shipolani, here comes North Carolina FC. Good numbers right now. Shipolani deflected out. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Shipolani should have fed Iwolo right away. Iwolo had made a really good run. He would have been one-on-one against Trevor Spangenberg there, the goalkeeper for Richmond. See what North Carolina FC can do.
Carolina Keno gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Look for Keno in select locations you enjoy spending time, like restaurants, pubs, and so much more. Becker. Smith down. Loose. Spangenberg. Corner kick. No.
Call a foul on Iwolo, I think,
Yeah.
right?
They did call a foul on Iwolo. Dangerous, though. Good stuff from North Carolina FC.
Yeah, a couple opportunities there off that corner kick. See it here. It's a good ball in by Becker, and not cleared particularly well from Richmond. Graham Smith has a lash at it, and 2 players there. Wilito Fernandez on the back post just couldn't get good contact on it, and in the end, Iwolo dives for it, and I think it is a foul on Iwolo against Spangenberg. Richmond goalkeeper, though, having a big night so far, Dean.
Yeah, critical moments, right? His save of that Becker opportunity, a difference maker, and then Richmond hanging around, knocking it around, and gets through. Poor clearance by North Carolina FC, and then a sitter for the Prince. Steinberger in a battle in the 18, but the big man from Trinidad and Tobago, Williams, he's a horse.
Yeah, good play there from the center back. Just held Steinberger off, not allowing him to get around. Now you see, even for Richmond, though, they got some more players pushing forward as they're growing in confidence.
Oscar Umar checks back to get a touch. Williams, way offside, is Uvio Cordovas.
Yeah, good line from North Carolina FC. Cordovas just couldn't hold his run. I'll tell you what, though, if you're Coach David Bulow, this is exactly how you would have hoped that this game would have gone. Absorb a little bit of pressure from North Carolina FC the first 5 or 10 minutes. Goalkeeper come up with a big save, and then on the counter, good individual play, and you're up 1-0 on the road.
That's the game in a nutshell right there, given to you by Jason Gary. Sloppy turnover for North Carolina FC. Richmond going the other way. Guillen, now Deleuze. Let's see if they can string some passes together. Good way to do it is to give it to number 6. DeLuz will find the open man. Taylor with Shriver closing down. Here's Becker. Becker now has got Shipolani coming inside, and first touch let him down. He was ready to go, folks. Now they'll bring it back over to Guillen. Tough for Guillen to handle, so he'll give it back to Connor Tobin. Zach Steinberger. Boy, Guillen's got to go get that one. That was a good ball from Steinberger.
Yeah, you're right, Dean. It was a great touch from Steinberger.
Shipolani, he'll chest it down. Iwolo was open, now it's Becker. Becker gonna dial one, and not quite on frame. Left foot, right foot, you'd never really know with Becker, and this one missing to the right.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dean, he smoked this thing. I thought T. Shipolani should have slipped in Donovan Iwolo there, but he drops it back to Kyle Becker. 1 touch, 2 touch, and why not with the left foot? And that thing is on a rope. Just missed by a foot or two there to find the upper 90.
I like to see that we were in sync there, because I did think Iwolo had made a good channel run, and Shipolani could have hit that
to
channel.
Slip them in. Yeah, I think you're right. There is a little bit of a disconnect, I think, between Iwolo and some of those midfielders. A little bit different than what we see from Daniel Rios. Scored 17 goals so far this year. More better understanding, but Iwolo's trying to figure that out with this team.
Long stride of Iwolo causes Spangenberg to boot it long. Tobin, little flick from DeLuz. Iwolo was offside. T. Shipolani. It does get through to Becker. DeLuz gonna make him run. Good, solid, hard tackle by Brandon Eaton, the right back for David Bulow's Kickers. The tough thing in talking to David Bulow, so I called his games, I don't know, 15 some years ago, and the problem is he still looks the same. He still looks like a baby out there.
That's right. Getting his first taste of being the head man as well.
Tip of the hat, though, right, to Lee Calishaw, right? He has, talk about a guy who also looks the same. I mean, he has been a staple for Richmond for years and years and years, and this has been a championship level team. No matter where they've played, no matter what division, they've always been very good. This is not your normal standards for Richmond right here at the bottom of the table, and Lee finally stepping down, but he's still with the club, so we send him his best, but he deserves a tip of the hat.
Absolutely. Pillar of soccer there in the Richmond community. Some good Open Cup runs, too, from those Richmond kicker teams. The old A-League, remember that?
Oh, yeah. Ronnie Pascal, who, by the way, was signed as an emergency goalkeeper. He hasn't played in 4 years. He was a big-time goalkeeper for Richmond. Played at Furman, and Furman's had some good pretty good soccer players over the years.
Good players there, right? Clint Dempsey retiring recently.
Yeah, there's a guy featured in the Continental Tire ad right here on our broadcast. Right. Mr. Dempsey. Tobin.
Think he gets free tires for free?
Well,
got to, right?
The problem is he's supposed to still be playing for him, though. That's the key.
True.
Oh, my dangerous Becker! And how about North Carolina FC? Becker has tied it at 1.
And finally, Dean, the equalizer. No mistake in the end from Kyle Becker. A little bit fortunate, but some good sustained pressure. Good ball from Austin DeLuz outside. Steinberger whips in this cross. A big deflection. Good challenge there from Iwolo. And then Becker with the open net. He's not going to miss that. Ties this thing up. A little fortunate here, but good challenge from Iwolo. Not sure if the defender got a touch on that to take it away from Spangenberg. But Kyle Becker finishes it.
Nice celebration as well
Feel the relief a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think if they look at it right, they're going to give Steinberger an assist because Iwolo, just by challenging, he didn't touch the ball, but he did enough to cause some trouble for Spangenberg. That allowed the ball to fall through, and as you said, Becker is not going to miss that, and we're tied at 1.
And you can just see the relief on Kyle Becker's face. They know they should be playing better here offensively, and here we go.
T. Shipolani's got Iwolo to his right. He'll go to DJ Taylor. Deleuze. There's a 50-50 ball won by Guillen, and Deleuze has got to do the splits there. One back by Richmond. 1-1.
Yeah, that might bring a little bit of life into this North Carolina FC team, Dean. That goal, the fans into it a little bit. So we can go capitalize and get one right here before halftime. Be a much different conversation from Coach Colin Clark and Dwan Bader. Going to this thing 2-1.
Kyle Becker, his 5th goal to go with a team-high 11 assists. And meanwhile, Steinberger, if they give him assists, that'll be the 3rd assist to go with 4 goals in limited time for number 23, Zach Steinberger. A nice pickup by Kurt Johnson and the crew from Indy 11. As we walk you up to minute 42, tied at 1, and we finally got a smoke bomb in the air here at WakeMed Soccer Park.
Yeah, it's good stuff. They're a little bit rowdy behind the goal right now. Getting it cranked up. And Coach Clark is heated on the sideline right now. He is barking out orders. Not happy with the performance so far in this first half.
Coach Colin Clark and the aforementioned Kurt Johnson tied to the Richmond Kickers team. Both of them doing good work at Richmond before going on to big things. Colin Clark in Dallas, Kurt Johnson in Kansas City. They go off of Becker. The USL Championship represents the pinnacle of the USL, the ultimate goal for players, coaches, fans, and communities, all of whom aspire for excellence both on and off the field. From international level players to the top young talent in the United States and Canada, the championship is high-level competition with high-level ownership. Speaking of USL, Select is the official soccer ball of the league. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders more than $50. Guillen. He'll miss-hit it. It'll be a goal kick Richmond, but everything back to normal for the most part for North Carolina FC as Becker gets the equalizer.
Yeah, it settled this team down a little bit, but tough ball there. Aaron Guillen just mishit that cross. It's not like North Carolina FC have played poorly, Dean. They just haven't been at that level I think we expected them to. With a playoff berth on the line.
Good ball middle of the field there. Greg Boehm, another one of those VCU players. And Boehm again will get it out wide. Fernando sent in, trying to find Cordovas. One back by Smith. Shriver will take it right back. Brian Shriver's got it. Shriver with Cordovas. Good ball in.
Oh.
Cordovas!
Oh
boy. And Richmond 2-1. Little salsa dance for the Cuban. And it's 2-1 Richmond.
I'll tell you what, Dean, that's a heck of a goal from Richmond. First, the individual effort by Brian Shriver. He lost the ball. He went back. He won it from Graham Smith, but watch this ball. It's a great run from Cordovas here. Gets behind Wilito Fernandez, and this is a heck of a finish. Just a little toe poke near post, and you got to ask some questions of Alex Tambakis there. Can't give up that near post. Watch this, though. Little toe poke. Smashes it past him near post. Fantastic finish from the center forward for Richmond. That's what he's paid money to do right there, Dean. One chance, one goal from Cordovas.
going to ask Joe Driver Ferrara to include that dance in the halftime highlights because I want to learn those moves. That was pretty solid celebration right there.
It sure was, but a fantastic goal again, really out of nothing. Both goals for Richmond come from individual efforts. Brian Shriver that time making it happen.
Going to have 2 minutes of added time here as Richmond stealing the momentum right back from the home team, North Carolina FC. They lead it 2-1. Brian Shriver, the all-time leading goal scorer for this club, with a beautiful pass to Hivio Cordovez, and the Cuban has made it 2-1.
Sure has, and he said North Carolina FC got the momentum back a little bit after that Becker goal, but they are flat right now. I'll tell you what, this stadium's flat. Right before halftime, if Richmond can get into halftime up 2-1, they're going to feel great about their first half performance. And Coach Colin Clark's going to have some strong words with this team, I believe, at halftime, regardless.
DeLuz. Look at the touch there from Shiplon. He was fouled.
Yeah.
The referee now will call it.
Yeah, it's a good card probably, yeah.
So card given to Greg Bame. A yellow card.
Yeah, I think it's a deserved yellow card as well. T. Shipolani with a great individual effort, and Bame just killed the play there.
Richmond yellow card at added times, number 28, Greg Bone.
What do you think, Dean? Last kick of the first half. North Carolina FC put together something here, tie this thing up.
Too far to take a shot, so you got a lot of blue jerseys. Who can peel off a shoulder and find an opening? Becker.
Fernandez.
Good ball across, and you're right, Fernandez was there.
Yeah, you can see he was just trailing the play, Dean. It was ready.
Lito Fernandez.
Good ball. I think Owolo wins this. Heads it back for Fernandez. This is the one I think Dean needs to go with the sidewinder to get his foot up over the ball and keep it down.
I agree, because that way if he misses one leg, the other leg might be
right.
ready to hit it, but he mishit that one.
Oh.
Fantastic work by Owolo to do what you want to do, right? You want to head it back, square it in front of the goal. That's exactly what he did. As Walito Fernandez goes down, and this will probably
That's got to do it.
Be the whistle, and there it is. And wow, so North Carolina FC trailing David Bulow's Richmond Kickers 2-1 at the half.
Yeah, just a great performance so far for the Richmond Kickers. Very opportunistic going forward, but they deserve, I believe, to have that 2-1 lead with their clinical finishing. And for North Carolina FC, they got to go into halftime here in the locker room and figure it out. They just haven't been good enough in the first half.
Halftime, Richmond on top of North Carolina FC by a score of 2-1. We're going to step aside and be back in a couple minutes. Halftime, nice crowd here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. Hoping to see North Carolina FC continue to gobble up points to try to make the top 8 in the USL Eastern Division. But the Richmond Kickers, number 15 in the league, nothing to lose. They lead it at halftime by a score of 2-1. And we welcome you upstairs. Hello, everybody. Dean Linke, delighted to be with Kurt Johnson, the president general manager of North Carolina FC. And Kurt, you're familiar with Richmond. You put some time in there. This is what they do. I mean, they always bring their best.
Yeah, I had 3 great years there in the late 90s. Fantastic organization. Obviously a challenging year for them, but you can see the quality and you can see what that organization's all about through the first half.
Make no mistake, though, North Carolina FC, our team, your team, they got to show some urgency in the second half.
Absolutely. You know, plenty of possession, but I'm not sure that the end result is anywhere near what we need, and giving up 2 goals unacceptable at home in the first half.
The end result for the North Carolina Courage, though, phenomenal. They win the ICC, they win the Shield, they win the championship.
The treble and kind of uncharted territory for women's soccer in this country. Lots of records broken, but the thing that will last with me is just the day in, day out excellence of this group, the esprit de corps, as Bob Gansler calls it, and just an exceptional achievement. The wins, the trophies, but just the consistency of their performance.
Yeah, well done, North Carolina Courage. All right, back to the USL. Kurt, you heard us talking about it in the first half. A big announcement about the identity of the USL moving forward. We're going to pop up a graphic here to help everybody kind of understand it just a little better. But that rebranding has that kind of English Premier League type style.
Yeah, I mean, look, we continue to take many steps forward in this country in professional soccer. Rebranding and with purpose, certainly in English soccer slant, but I think it's very understandable. It's very specific. It outlines what the USL is all about, and I'm very excited about what they've done and mostly the future.
All right, for more on this rebranding, USL Productions, they do such a great job. Let's take a look at what it all means. As always, great job by USL Productions telling the story, Kurt. And going back to that urgency, we're going to pop up the standings right now. You know the deal. 4 games, 2 at home, including this one and North Carolina FC at the moment on the outside looking in, but oh so close.
Yeah, it's all there to play for. You know, we've got basically places 11, 12 through 5 up for grabs. Plenty of points out there, 3.5 games of soccer left to play. And I like our chances if we play our best soccer.
Finally, Kurt, it's not just lip speak, it's real. You feel it. Right now, soccer in the triangle, I mean, it's not hype. You can feel good vibrations.
Well, at all levels. You know, it's incredible to see what's happening at all levels. You know, what we've been able to accomplish this year in terms of attendance growth, hosting the men's national team with record attendance, record revenue, the women's national team coming for the Women's World Cup, the Courage season, NCFC, 8,000 or so here tonight, tremendous. But I love what I'm seeing in college soccer locally. Incredible crowds, great team performances, the youth soccer set up throughout the triangle in North Carolina. I couldn't be more happy.
As always, Kurt Johnson puts a perfect stamp on it. Kurt, good stuff, my man.
Thank
always
you, sir.
A pleasure.
Yep.
Kurt Johnson, the president GM of North Carolina FC and the superstar team of the North Carolina Courage. It's halftime. These folks, they want a winner here. We'll see what happens in the second half. North Carolina down 1.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. If your data has been compromised, disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
Jason Johnson! You've got to be kidding me! Sabrina Pig! Alex Mendoza! Goal! Mendoza! Sunday the other way! Oh, what a goal! And what a world-class goal that is from Didier Drogba! Pure brilliance from Ricardo Pereira. Wazinski diving stop! Must-see TV.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents said, like, how are we going to afford this? We're going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back. I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
Wait Med Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. Busy night here in Cary, North Carolina. And speaking of busy, North Carolina FC, they need to start getting busy. Dean Linke with Jason Gary, and that's perhaps the understatement, right?
Yeah, I think so. Great game plan from Richmond coming in here. The perfect first half for them on the road, go up 2-1. But it just hasn't been good enough for North Carolina FC offensively and obviously defensively, giving up those 2 chances.
All right, let's go to work and show you the highlights in the first half.
I'll tell you what, Richmond gave the ball away a lot at the beginning of this game. See Kyle Becker here. He cuts inside. A great run from Austin Deleuze to open things up. But in the end, Trevor Spangenberg, big-time save from the Richmond goalkeeper. This could have easily been 1-0. First 5 or 6 minutes of this game. A few more big saves from that goalkeeper we've seen as well. But here it was, the breakthrough for Richmond. A great run from Austin Yearwood, the left back. He just keeps going down that left-hand side, puts in a ball, bounces around a little bit, and then a sitter right there, 12 yards out. Prince Ayumang makes no doubt about this finish, though. He lashes this thing in the back of the net past Alex Tambakis.
So Richmond up 2-1. North Carolina FC still searching.
Yeah, they tried to get some things going here, and here's where it happened. Steinberger puts in a decent ball. Iwolo challenges, and it falls very kindly to Kyle Becker on the back post. Makes no mistake about the finish, but pretty bad defending there from Richmond. Allows Kyle Becker to tie this thing up. We thought the momentum was starting to go North Carolina FC's way, Dean.
No, but as you know, as I just said, it's 2-1, so Richmond had other ideas. North Carolina FC will lose it here. Brian Shriver, former Carolina Railhawk star, takes it away.
Yeah, it was a great individual play, and then a great finish here from Evio Cordovas. Puts that thing near post past Tambakis, and look at the dance, Dean. It's pretty good stuff.
Those are some moves from the Cuban, Evio Cordovas. We take a look at the shots. 8 for North Carolina FC. Richmond, they have been efficient with their 3 shots.
Yeah, they sure have, and they've been excellent. The perfect game plan on the road, how to do this thing, and they have done it. Second half should be really interesting, though. North Carolina FC's got to pick up the pace, the pressure, the urgency here in the next 45 minutes.
Kyle Becker, the Canadian, the only goal so far. (2-1) Richmond on top. T. Shipolani, Zach Steinberger discussing the situation. Richmond back out in their whites. North Carolina FC in their home blues. DJ Taylor. How would you like to be a bug on the wall in the North Carolina FC locker room?
I tell you what. Coach Colin Clark, I've been in that locker room many years ago, but he had to get after him. I mean, just the level of play and the commitment, the aggressiveness just wasn't there in the first half. He's got some options as well on the bench for some offensive firepower. We'll see if he feels good enough to bring Daniel Rios into this game or Marios Lomas.
Yeah, Rios and Miller not 100% healthy as they try to spring T. Shipolani right off the opening kickoff. That was Brian Shriver climbing the ladder. Rolito Fernandez. Connor Tobin now back to Austin Deleuze. You got to figure Deleuze is going to chase this game like crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, the effort will be there from Austin Deleuze.
Brian Shriver feeling it here for Richmond. He'll find Cordovas again, and Melito Fernandez will knock it out of bounds. A lot of the fans still bringing their food and drinks back to their seats. Looked like it was out of bounds. It is.
Yeah.
It'll be a throw in back to T. Shipolani. No, they'll say the offside flag was up. Everybody's confused, and the referee saying no, it's a throw in. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, signaled his linesman off. Tell you what, I've been impressed with Austin Yearwood, the left back here for Richmond. Really created that first goal. He's been good defensively and taking T. Shipolani out of the game so far. It's been a really good game for me.
Yeah, Yearwood's second effort right there, able to win it back to Cordovas.
Touch.
Yeah, Steinberger now. Shipolani. Good idea. Iwolo with a foul. Yearwood again wearing that cast on the right hand, not slowing him down at all. Aaron Guillen. Guillen gonna switch it to Shipolani. Shipolani, touch, deflection, and almost slid in, but it will be a corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Dean, I thought it was going in here. What a run from Guillen. Just no one made a decent enough run for him. He just cuts it back to T. Shipolani, who takes a good first touch here out of his feet. And when that deflected off the back of the Richmond player, I thought it was going in the far post.
By the North Carolina Education Lottery.
Spangenberg really had nothing to do with that opportunity right there. Corner kick. And finding the head there, Tobin and Iwolo were both there. Iwolo thought for sure he had the tie.
Yeah, he had a chance at it here on the near post. Good ball in from Becker. And Iwolo, kind of a free header, Dean, right there, about 4 or 5 yards out. He's got to get that one on target. He's got to get a little flick on that thing. Get it going on target. Make Spangenberg make a save. Just got warned about what time wasting there. Next one will be a yellow.
Spangenberg boot it beyond midfield. Unchallenged right there. Kyle Becker. Guillen's going to pick it up. Guillen pushed to the ground. It'll be a foul on Richmond. Good stuff from Aaron Guillen.
Yeah, he's at a strong start to the second half here.
I need an explanation, though, on the goal kick and the challenge in the middle of the field as a yellow card is issued. What was going on there is
sure.
Cordova's no one challenged him.
Yeah, allowed him to bring the ball down, trap it at midfield. Almost never see that.
Shipolani to Steinberger. Too long for Shipolani. And Jason, you talked about the subs. Everybody warming up right now for Colin Clark and North Carolina FC. And when I say everybody, that includes Daniel Rios, Lomas, and Stephen Miller, who's got that calf injury, although Miller not doing as much as Colin Clark, DeJuan Bader, Nick Platter. Of course, Greg Shields and Michael Milazzo also part of the staff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if Rios is healthy, they're going to put him on the field here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I think. You got a guy, your leading goal scorer, scored 17 goals on the season. You got to get him in the game if he's healthy. Only the coaching staff and the medical staff know if he's fit enough to go.
17 goals and 3 assists for Daniel Rios. Taylor talked to Daniel Rios before the game. Pretty good English too, by the way. On loan from Chivas Guadalajara, and did say groin injury, pubic bone area. It's uncomfortable, but he's listed, so hopefully he'll be ready. Shipolani. Shipolani all the way in. And waved off.
Yeah, I thought he got clipped there at the last second, Dean, by a Richmond defender. You could see it. T. Shipolani gets the ball all the way on the sideline. There's one defender. There's another one. There's 3. Fourth one comes in, I think, right here. There's some contact from the Richmond defender. That was Bain that got in there. Bain.
Yeah, Bain. Meanwhile, don't forget that number 25, Brandon Eaton, was issued a yellow card for that takedown earlier on Guillen. (2-1) Richmond. Trying to spoil a late season playoff run here for North Carolina FC as they try to get into that top 8 of the USL Eastern Conference. Donovan Iwolo. Iwolo, good move. Taking players down. Iwolo to Becker. And deflected. Iwolo spinning players into the ground. And Becker's shot denied. Now T. Cipollani on the right side. DeLuz, Taylor. The fall to Steinberger, kept alive. Taylor back to DeLuz. DeLuz over to Becker. Now Taylor. T. Cipollani. Cipollani first times it. Nobody home, but picked up there by Guillen. Shot deflected. And another great save in goal for Trevor Spangenberg.
Yeah, it was, Dinks. I think that shot from Guillen got deflected, altered its course, and Spangenberg again coming up with a big save. But consistent pressure here from North Carolina FC. Get the feeling, just going to take one to break it down.
Cipollani and Taylor is offside.
We'll see it here. This is the great ball in from T. Cipollani, not cleared properly by Richmond. Falls to Guillen, and he says, why not? Hits it with the left. A bit of a deflection. Spangenberg gets down with that big left hand to push it past the post. Donovan Iwolo, look at this run. Strong. Look at him holding off the defender. Going one-on-one, cutting inside. Whoop. Another player. That's a Meg right there. Setting it up here. And a good block in the end from Richmond.
Tambakis boots it long and goes from Tambakis in goal for North Carolina FC all the way back to Spangenberg. Shriver is open on the far side. They'll get it to him. Shriver.
Trouble.
Shriver with Taylor on him. Shriver back across, and
he said, where's my center forward?
Yeah, that's a pretty good ball there by Shriver. He may get another chance at it. Cleared out of there by Taylor. Then Cipollani. It's going to fall. This one could get cranked. And DeLuz read it. Now you got to spring it, right? So Iwolo.
He's got to hold it. Yep.
Absolutely. Just has to get his both feet on the ground and just knock it down.
He's got to hold it. Looks sloppy here from both teams in the last few minutes.
The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow us at USL on Twitter. Richmond up 2-1. They just seem relaxed, don't they?
They went house money a little bit here, Dean.
Yeah. Free roll here. Good little move. Deflected, and I think it's going to be a corner kick.
Yep.
Corner kick for Richmond. No. No, the referee says it is not. As Guillen goes trying to get it, it is not. It'll be a goal kick for North Carolina FC. That's big. Tambakis, flicked by Iwolo. Steinberger was in the general area. But Brian Shriver's had himself a really neat game, hasn't he?
Yeah, this guy too as well. Dio Cordovas got the goal with that combination of Shriver, but Shriver's almost playing like a number 10 right now in the middle of the park.
Yeah, he's just dropping dimes all over the place, trying to make it 3-1 Richmond. It'll fall to Shriver, almost. Cleared out of there by Walito Fernandez. Run from the back. Oh my, T. Cipollani. Cipollani, it's 4-on-4 at the moment. T. Cipollani's got DeLuz. DeLuz probably going to try to get it back to Cipollani. That's where he goes. Now the numbers are even again. Cipollani dancing with it. good ball in. Steinberger, can he square it? Donovan Iwolo was there, but it was behind him. It will be a corner kick. Corner kick for North Carolina FC.
What a break here from North Carolina FC. Austin Lewis gives it back to T. Shipolani. He beats his defender easily. Watch this. Just skins him here. Oh, inside. Good little ball. I thought Steinberger should have had a shot on goal here. Tries to cut it back for Iwolo, who held his run a little bit, Dean. I felt like if he had been going full speed, he would have tapped that thing in at the near post.
Kyle Becker with the corner kick. Guillen over to Wilito Fernandez.
Take him on, he's one-on-one.
Wilito Fernandez back over to Becker. Becker, first time back in, flicked. It'll fall to lose. And denied.
Tell you what, Richmond, some key blocks from multiple defenders here in the last few minutes.
Side of the foot, Fernandez looking for Iwolo, and that'll go off of Richmond, and it'll be a corner kick for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it's better from North Carolina FC. They got to keep the pressure up here, though. They've got the momentum. They can stick one in the back of the net here.
Becker serving, good ball. Punched out of there by Spangenberg. Ooh, now Richmond. T. Shipolani coming back.
Gone from Smith.
Ball's deflected, it'll stay with North Carolina FC. Quick throw in here, Deleuze. Deleuze right back to Zach Steinberger. Steinberger, a little bit of contact. Deleuze will find Connor Tobin. Now Guillen turning. It'll go off the head of Richmond. It will float, and it'll be a corner kick. It's a corner kick, North Carolina FC. Minute 60, Richmond on top 2-1. T. Shipolani, one-on-one at the moment. There he goes, Shipolani, around, in. Another corner kick for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Shipolani much better here in the second half, Dean. He's taking players on, he's getting around them, getting balls into the box. Got to figure out a way, though, to get this ball far post. Wilito Fernandez and Connor Tobin, I think, have a mismatch there. No one's marking Fernandez right now.
Becker, across, and how about Austin Deleuze and North Carolina FC? We are tied at 2.
It had to be, Dean, didn't it? It had to have been Deleuze. Making the big time play to tie this thing up. One of the smallest players on the field, but he has a knack of finding his way in the box, and he just scores headers. One of the smaller guys on the field. No one marks him, no one picks him up. He fights his way through traffic, and that's a great downward header. Put it on target. Make the goalkeeper make a save.
Austin Deleuze, 5th goal of the season to go with 2 assists. And Jason Gary, did we not discuss the fact that Austin Deleuze was going to find this game right in the second half? It was going to go through him, and here he is scoring with his head.
Big time goal from Austin Deleuze.
The assist on the goal from number 10, it's Kyle Becker.
Another assist for Becker as well.
Kyle Becker's got a goal, his 5th, and now 12 assists for Kyle Becker, and we're tied at 2.
They've got to keep the momentum up, though, Dean. Played great here in the second half. This Richmond team is a little shaky right now.
Foul there on Smith. Austin Deleuze. Ponce de Leon, the fountain of youth, like a fine wine, right? Benjamin Button, the man just shows up, gets it done. Matter of fact, Wake Forest's all-time assist leader, and in many ways the face of the franchise.
Absolutely. And you could tell he's happy about the goal, but said this is not acceptable. Grabbed the ball, ran back to midfield. He knows they need 3 points here tonight. A tie is not going to do it. Trying to get his team up and running here.
Steinberger dribbles into traffic, and Richmond will take it back. Richmond with Brian Shriver making a run right down the spine. And Shriver is onside, little chip, and Taylor able to clear it. Perhaps too cheeky there from Brian Shriver.
Yeah, that was a big chance for Shriver.
He was on too.
He was. Tambakis, I think, did a great job here as the goalkeeper. It's a well-timed run from Shriver. A good ball in. And right here, he just doesn't get enough on the chip. I think it's the right play to try the chip, but just didn't get enough on it. DJ Taylor helping out his goalkeeper.
Wow, Brian Shriver, 35 career goals for North Carolina FC. He's #1 all time and almost scored one against his former team. And we're going to have a sub. Is Richmond going to go to their bench, and Raul Gonzalez is going to come on and replace Greg Main. So Gonzalez into the game for the Kickers. For Coach Bulow. Becker over to Iwolo. Raul Gonzalez from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, went to the University of Memphis. Headed out there by Williams. Won by Smith. Smith staying with it.
Woo. Good recovery from DJ Taylor there. A little bit of skill there. Gonzalez when coming on the field.
Becker's got Shipolani open on the right side. Instead he tries to go down the middle, and watch Gonzalez. All right, Daniel Rios, those 17 goals. Good to see him back out there. And is it going to be a straight forward swap?
Yeah, it's got to be. They're creating. Donovan Iwolo ran his tail off tonight. Had some opportunities, but this is where you need your big man, your big money man, leading goal scorer to come on, win this game for you. They're creating enough chances. He's got a nose for the goal inside the box, but a great shift from Iwolo here tonight.
So here's Rios into the game. Out a couple games with an injury. Tied at 2. General feeling 1 point, not good enough against the number 15 team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, it's got to be 3 tonight, Dean. 4 games left in the season. This one here tonight at home, 1 next week at home, and then 2 away games to close out the season. You've got to be able to get 3 points here tonight. I'm feeling there's some more goals left in this game.
Throw in for Shriver. Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 USL season and stay up to date with news from across the league at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. North Carolina FC 2, Richmond Kickers 2, 67th minute. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. Delighted to be with you. The Kickers now heading the other way. Luis Fernando from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Left side too long and too strong for Yearwood. Yearwood with a big play here. Shriver back to Yearwood, and he just ran out of steam on that combo there.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky for him, but thought he's had a good game. Good look there, Coach David Bulow. He's gonna be happy with the performance so far of his team. They can steal point on the road or potentially get back into this thing and take the lead. North Carolina FC needs to figure out how to get this attack going again. A little bit of a lull here the past 4 or 5 minutes.
DeLuz and Becker. Those two in rhythm. Becker across. Oh my, Rios with a bit of a sitter. They're going to say that went off of Richmond.
It must have got nicked because this is what Daniel Rios is on the field for. It's a great ball in from Kyle Becker. And I can't believe he didn't put this one in the back of the net, at least get a foot to it. I think it must have taken a little bit of a deflection. I think it did. You would have bet money on that one. Rios finding a way to get in the back of the net.
Here's Becker. Taylor. Still loose. Walito Fernandez. Spillage from Spangenberg, but then he comes and gets it as Walito Fernandez, once again, a high flyer.
That's right. It's a third effort at a side volley here. This time he stays on his feet. It's a good hit from Fernandez. Look at that. Just hits it into the ground, and Spangenberg wasn't convincing with the save.
Gonzalez is good off the bench here.
Sure has. A good ball, good run, too, from the center forward.
Leg stays down for Richmond. Evil Cordovas scored a nice goal, had a nice celebration, but he'll give it right to Walito Fernandez. Good lofted ball. Walito, man, he just surprises me sometimes, right?
Yeah, what about this little dink chip here? Why not?
That was nice.
It was, a little scoop. Richmond's, they're wide open right now. The 4 or 5 players stayed forward after that last attack.
Tobin. Rios. Yeah, great point, right? So the good is you got no pressure. The bad is you got no pressure.
That's right.
Right? So they
take your time.
They could, yeah, they could take a playoff here or there, and we'll see if North Carolina FC can strike. Good little turn. Steinberger, Rios. Rios wanted it back. He was in a pretty good spot for a moment. Now it's not there. So Steinberger is going to give it back to Guillen. Guillen can serve a pretty good ball. He's going to come in.
Good ball.
Side of his foot. Cipollani! No! T. Cipollani had pretty much all of the goal and could not squeak it in for number 35 in his North Carolina FC career.
What a run here from Guillen. He gets his head up. He's looking for T. Cipollani. It's a great ball across. And T really should score there. He just did not get it on target. Spangenberg scrambling, coming across the goal. That whole far post to aim at, but puts it wide.
Whole far post, I mean the whole everything, right? Cipollani now will drop it over to Taylor. Taylor back in. Now Shriver. Cordovas back to Shriver. Look at this run from Brian Shriver.
Don't foul. It's Fernandez. He can't foul there. You could see it coming. Shriver just baiting him into it, and he shoves him in the back. Gives an opportunity here for Richmond to put a ball into the box. Here, Shriver, he knows he's going to get. There's one push there. Here's the next one. Two-handed shove. It's just too easy for the referee, and there's no need for it.
Why that close to the sideline as well? Now Shriver.
Ooh.
It's going to fall.
Oh, boy.
Dangerous, but not on frame. Lucky there.
Yeah, it was a double there. I thought it was Graham Smith or Austin DeLuz. Had that arm extended a little bit. Yeah, that's what Coach Bulow saw as well.
How well do you know the USL? Test your knowledge, and USLsoccer.com's weekly picks competition every week against experts from across the USL. North Carolina FC, they're going to switch it. Becker. Becker's going to take a shot. Oh, my! Kyle Becker with the brace. And guess what? How about North Carolina FC?
That man, Kyle Becker, what a ball across from T. Cipollone. I think he's got only one thing on his mind this entire time, is I'm going to hit this thing. And what a strike. Bounces it right inside the 6-yard box, off the post and in. He's got some whip on it, coming in with pace. Spangenberg cannot get to it. What a strike from Kyle Becker.
Right foot, left foot, it doesn't matter. Kyle Becker with 2 goals and an assist. Start adding up votes for USL Man of the Week, right? Definitely best 11. What a performance from number 10, Kyle Becker.
Absolutely, Dean, and you need your big-time players to step up in big-time games, and we've seen that from Kyle Becker here tonight. That's a game winner right there.
T. Cipollone also getting an assist. It's 3-2. I think there's more.
Yeah, I do too. Again, getting forward.
Becker, Rios behind Steinberger. Cipollone's going to try to close in on it. Yearwood will knock it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. North Carolina FC pinning Richmond in right now, Jason Gary.
Yeah, I've got to keep the pressure up, though. Don't allow this team to hang around. Go get another one.
Taylor, good ball. Steinberger. Steinberger looking. Rios is there. And Richmond comes over just in time. Rios, I don't know what he was going to go with, but it was going to be something pretty cool.
Yeah, he was lining it up. Gonzalez has been active. He's got Shriver open as well.
Cipollone does enough. Taylor still has Cipollone. Cipollone wants it bad. Now it's Smith. Cipollone still calling for it. Oh, my.
Yeah, he's got to find him there. It's the poor ball from Graham Smith. You can hear Coach Colin Clark on the sideline. They've got to keep the pressure up, keep the tempo. Don't sit back now that you got the lead. Keep going forward.
What a game. What a game here. WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina. We talked about the good vibrations at halftime with Kirk Johnson, and certainly it's electric right now for North Carolina FC. Down 2-1, showing that urgency. Now they're up 3-2. Becker, he's got 2 already. He's pushed from behind, and he's going to get that call.
Yeah, it's a foul. It's a silly foul, too, from Richmond. We've seen multiple players from North Carolina FC can hit this free kick. It's in a great spot. See the foul here. Silly here because the ball's away. Kyle Becker pushes it away, and then that foot gets in and makes contact. We've seen Daniel Rios put him in the upper 90 from here. Looks like it's all him right now.
And it'll be a North Carolina free kick brought to you by Alpaca Peruvian Charco Chicken. The Oak City supporters, Ryan Jernigan and the gang, they are fired up for a little Rios time here. Rios going to step off of it. Guillen's going to act like he's going to take it, but I do believe it'll be number 14, Daniel Rios. Rios into the Oak City supporters, just too high.
Yeah, sometimes, Dean, you can tell the way a player approaches the ball. Daniel Rios didn't look confident when he approached that ball here. We've seen him put him in the upper 90. Just leaning back too far, got it way up over the crossbar.
Yearwood's going to come out here as they're going to make a change and put Yudai Imura in. So Yudai Imura, he's from Tokyo, Japan. And he's going to come in and see what he can do for David Bulow. Assisted by former Tar Heel Michael Callahan. Sasha Gores, a longtime member of the club. And the goalkeeper coach, Adrian Clulo. 78th minute.
Just get the feeling, Dean, this game is still on that sort of knife edge, right? You can see Richmond getting back into this thing, but another goal, I think, totally kills off the game.
78th minute. Still got Lomas available. Don't think Stephen Miller would be an option at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Lito Fernandez, ambitious ball. It's a pretty good ball here as Tobin comes in hard. Good tackle from Connor Tobin. One back though by Richmond. 79th minute. North Carolina FC 3, Richmond 2.
Oh boy, it's a penalty.
My.
It's a penalty.
Oh,
he's
no.
gonna card him for diving.
They're gonna say he dove. And
I'll have to see the replay, Dean. When I first saw it, I thought it was a foul, but referee is confident, came over with the card.
That's his second yellow, so that's a red.
Yeah. We'll see it. It happened quickly. It's a great little slip ball in here from Richmond. The touch. I think he goes down easy. I think there is some contact there. We'll see it. Let's see if we can see Connor Tobin. Does he get a touch of him right there?
No.
I think he just crosses up his own legs, Dean. I think you're right. I think it is a dive in a good spot by the referee there. And he's done.
Scored a goal. One of the better salsa dances you're going to see, but now it's hit the shower time. 2 yellows equal a red.
Yeah, and credit to the referee for spotting that, because in real time I thought it was a penalty, and the referee is absolutely correct. That's a dive in the box trying to induce the referee into changing this game. So all credit to the officiating crew there.
David Bulow not too happy. Look, I felt on that last look that we got here from our crew that I don't think Tobin touched him.
Yeah. And even if there was some contact from Tobin, it wasn't contact that would cause you to go both heels up and flop inside the penalty box there.
So how about that? Now North Carolina FC not only has the lead as they are looking for those all-important 3 points, they have a man advantage as Cordovas is out with a red card. Oh my, turnover from Lito Fernandez. Brian Shriver will drop it back, and Tambakis with the save. Shriver, oh wow! A giveaway from North Carolina FC. Careless there from Fernandez, but Tambakis Shriver decides not to shoot it. He passes it first time.
I'll tell you what here, this is a huge save, maybe a season-saving save from Tambakis here. That one's going in the far post, but kick save from him. But a terrible giveaway by Fernandez there. That's just what Richmond's looking for. This type of a chance. Shriver gives it up. Things going in the back of the net, but a great save from Tambakis.
Victor Igbekoyi from Nigeria is going to check in. Our first look at him here at home. Tambakis, no problem, 82nd minute. Wow. Shriver has been amazing.
He really
ripping
has.
balls away. And Walito Fernandez just a little bit too laissez-faire there.
Yeah, just lackadaisical, right? Just wasn't feeling the pressure and the heat. And this game is still very much in the balance, Dean. 9 or 10 minutes left here. See if Richmond, even being down a man, just created 2 good opportunities. Can they create another one and tie this thing up?
So Colin Clark is calling for a little Miller time. Stephen Miller putting on his game jersey. Well, I did think Shriver was going to shoot it. As it turns out, it was a pretty nifty little pass there to Udi and Mura, but it was Tambakis getting low with the save.
And that's a huge moment, Dean. Huge moment. They're able to get out of this thing with a 3-2 win or get the 3 points. That's be the moment of the match.
So Victor Igbeke from Nigeria is going to come on for Zach Steinberger. So perhaps a bit of a defensive substitution here.
Yeah, and Steinberger, he had a good game, Dean. He was active. He was all over the place. Served in that first ball for the first goal. But he continues just to get better and more familiar with the group.
I'm excited to see this guy. I was talking to Austin DeLuz earlier in the week about Victor Igbekwe, and he likes him. He's got a good attitude, has fit in well with the team, and pretty good soccer player.
Yeah, he's getting an opportunity playing in that deep-lying midfield role. See, he's in there with Graham Smith. Austin DeLuz has pushed out to the left-hand side where Steinberger was. Kyle Becker coming in the middle, so a little bit of switch of personnel, same formation. It's a pretty good ball from Tobin there. It's be dangerous. It's better from Cipollani. I think North Carolina FC, they've got to up the pressure here. I know it's late in the game, but they're up a man. Should be able to put Richmond, not allow them to play around the back, force them maybe into a mistake here.
Foul on DeLuz. Stay up to date with all of the best from social media around the USL by watching Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels.
Tell you what, they do a great job with that, don't they, Dean? That's good stuff.
It really
great
is.
Content.
Yeah, USL awesome. Productions, big time. Kelsey Steele. Richmond inside of the 18. It's 3-2, 86th minute. Gotta watch him. Kelsey Steele, Ohio University grad. Bobcats heading back there for homecoming, actually speaking to the sports journalism class. Pretty excited about that, yeah.
I like it.
They asked for Kyle Lang and they got me. Austin DeLuz.
Just bring Miss Steele down there. That's what you should do.
Yeah, she's big time, right? Taylor. Stephen Miller is going to come on for T. Cipollani. '87th minute. So Miller, we understand, is going to come on, as I just said, for T. Cipollani. What do you think of that?
I like it. I think T's had a great second half. First half, not so much. But Stephen Miller coming in a little bit more defensive than T. Cipollani. See if he can close this game out. I just get the feeling, though, Richmond, they're really unpredictable, and they've scored 2 really good goals out of the run of play. I don't think this thing is over quite yet.
T. Cipollani, nice game, assist on the game winner.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dean. The first half, not great from T. Cipollani. He was kind of off his game, but the second half he brought it. He was taking people on, creating, got his assist. Good shift from T. Cipollani.
I want to thank our crew, the aforementioned Kyle Lang, Joe Driver Ferrara, Savannah, Rosanna, Dana Revel, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Newworth, Paul Beam. Good crew here tonight for an important game. Tell you what, a little bit of sadness thinking about the fact there's only one more home game remaining, and that'll be next Saturday. The New York Red Bulls 2 as Miller is fouled. Miller down the right side. And Miller.
Come on. Yeah.
Got that calf injury.
You just hope he didn't do something to that calf on this run here at the end of a game. Strong challenge in there.
Fans, it's an Alpaca free kick.
And he's never going to get the ball there, Gonzalez. Just goes across them. Stephen Miller's okay. He's up and running again.
Yellow card to Gonzalez. Another Alpaca Peruvian chicken free kick. 89th minute. Three minutes of stoppage time. Miller. Can Miller earn a corner kick? Good job by Richmond to get out of that. The lose was lurking.
Boy.
Richmond, of course, playing with 10 men. Cordovis.
Shriver
scored a goal. 2 yellows.
Yep.
Second one for diving. You don't see that very often, Jason Gary. In fact, very rarely do you see a yellow card for diving.
You're right, Dean. That's why I give the center referee full credit for spotting that. I didn't spot it from up here. I thought it was a penalty, but he was on it. When we saw the replay, he was exactly right.
Kevin Broadley, man in the middle. Here's Rios, pushed to the ground, and a free kick opportunity as we walk you up to added time here. 3 minutes of added time should be the official announcement.
Yeah, this is kill off the game time right here, Dean. 3 minutes left. You're up a man. Yeah, the fans would love for you to go and score another goal, but you need to keep the ball, not allow Richmond to cross basically the halfway line the rest of this game, and that's 3 minutes or so.
And as I say that, tough ball there from Deleuze. Give Aaron Guillen credit for cleaning it up.
He's been excellent tonight, Aaron Guillen from left back. He really has. He's gotten forward, been strong in his challenges, good with the ball.
I'm going to cross out the word tonight and just say all season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Great Saturday night of USL action here. Don't forget, North Carolina FC back here next Saturday to take on the New York Red Bulls 2. Jason Gary will be rested up from a little beach time, ready to rock and roll.
Now we're talking.
Hope you have a good time with the family. Heading out tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
All right, have a good time.
Thank you. Have fun.
Rios with the yellow card.
Yellow card in added time for NCSC number 14, Danielle Rios.
'92nd minute. This is dangerous here. Richmond has the ball in the offensive third. Doesn't matter right now that they're down a man. They've got a chance here to tie it. That would be a punch in the gut for North Carolina FC. They can get one in here. Bouncing to Tembakis and just making sure his Shriver was ready to pounce, and that might do it.
Yeah, that should do it. One good punt here from Alex Tembakis, a win and a second ball. Should be able to chalk this up to a very, very important 3 points, Dean. I mean, this is huge. A lot of adversity here tonight. Richmond was a game opponent, but able to get the 3 points. It's all that matters. Doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. It's a handball.
DJ Taylor.
In the corner.
Scott Miller.
He's got to put it in the corner over his head.
Do not understand that pass at all. Shriver's offside.
Yeah, he is, but DJ Taylor there, and Stephen Miller's talking to him. Just put it over the defender's head into the corner. It doesn't matter if your player gets to it. You just can't afford that one to be cut out and have the opportunity to spring Brian Shriver.
Did not get a chance to see Neil Lavity, who is back from that injury and a part of the team. And there is the whistle. North Carolina FC, they needed 3. It wasn't easy, but they got 3.
Yeah, they got it done, Dean, and all that matters is they got the 3 points here. Another game at home coming up next week, and then 2 on the road as they fight to get into the playoff hunt here, but got the result tonight, Dean.
That's right. North Carolina FC back here at WakeMed Soccer Park next Saturday to take on the New York Red Bulls 2 at 7 p.m. Tickets to the match are on sale now as North Carolina FC still looking for 3 points. I want to thank our crew, Joe Farrar, Savannah Revel, Kyle and Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Newworth, Paul Bean. I want to thank Kurt Johnson for joining us. My broadcast partner, the Player of the Year at Maryland, Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. And how about North Carolina FC? They come from behind to knock off the Richmond Kickers by a score of 3-2. We'll see you next Saturday.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.